ברשות מוריי ורבותיי, פרשת דברים, this parasha that Moshe Rabenu alav shalom, before he passed away, he gave his testament. What testament? Not money testament, Torah testament. What he should do to live. Especially, always this parasha of Devarim, we read it in the week of Tisha B'Av, the week of Rosh Chodesh Av. And we know where the Beit HaMikdash was destroyed because of a lot of averot that we did. We are a special nation that our life depends on Torah and mitzvot. Our life, it's not like others. Others did what they want. They can live their life. But the Jewish people, they have a special life, a religious life, a derech to follow, what to eat, what not to eat, how to sleep, how to walk, how to think, the education, to pray, our behaviors, how to get married, how to get divorced. Everything, our derech, it's not like others. Others, they do what they want. They can live together. We cannot live together. Our live together is with ahdut. And in this parasha, Moshe Rabenu alav shalom, he did not, he wanted to remind them all the bad things that they did. But Moshe Rabenu was a big tzaddik. He didn't want to leave a bad souvenir to remind them the good stuff they did. He just talked to them, beremez. He just spoke about gold. What kind of gold? Gold, the golden cup. But he didn't say exactly the golden cup. No, he just said, about the gold. So they will understand. Moshe Rabenu alav shalom, if you read well how he started to talk to them, his introduction, he told them, he said in the Torah that Moshe Rabenu spoke to them after the war that he did against Sihon and Og. I think the question is, why Moshe Rabenu here? What for us? What that mean? That Moshe Rabenu talked to them after the war that he did, that they did against Sihon and Og. What for us? It doesn't make no difference. Why the Torah will not say that Moshe Rabenu talked to them after 40 years from the exit of Egypt? Why after the war? The Torah, אחרי מלחמת עוב מלך הבשן, I don't understand what for us, the Torah, it will not write things without knowing. The Torah, every letter has a meaning. From here you understand that to beat Og in Sihon, it was not easy. Egypt, it was very easy. All the 40 years that they were in the desert were the easy 40 years. But the war against Og, that was very, 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 very important. And because, Rabotai, don't forget that Og and Sihon, they were on the border to protect the Eretz of Canaan. Can you imagine who were there? They were giants. They were giants. And beside this, Rashi said that Moshe Rabenu was worried to fight them. The Torah did not write, the Torah did not tell us that Moshe Rabenu was worried from Paro or from Amalek. No, but he was worried against Og. And Hashem told Moshe Rabenu, Al tira auto. Don't worry. Don't worry from him. He was not worried against Balak, against Bil'am. He was not worried. They were bad people. He was not worried about the Canaanim. But about Og, he was worried, because Og, he was the one who protects Eretz Canaan. I mean, to enter Eretz Canaan, first you have to fight those two big nations. And he beat them. Am Israel beat them. That's what Moshe Rabenu told them. He told, you know why we beat them? B'zchut Eretz Israel. With the zechut of Eretz Israel, with the zechut of the Kedusha, of the mitzvot that you're going to do in Eretz Israel, that was our zechut. So he told them, now you see Moshe Rabbeinu alav shalom, he wanted to value Eretz Israel. How much Eretz Israel its value, it's nice, it's good. Look, even those who live there, they had two nations to protect them against outside danger. And we beat them. Now that we beat them, the rest is easy. We can beat the rest. Rabotai, Moshe Rabbeinu alav shalom, before he passed away, he knew that the Bnei Israel, they will be sad. Rashi said in the Parsha of last week something beautiful. When Hashem told Moshe Rabbeinu, fight Midian and after you die. That means you have an option. You don't fight Midian, you live. It's in your hand. You fight Midian, but you have to die. But if you don't fight, you live. Now Moshe Rabbeinu was thinking, and Moshe Rabbeinu, he wanted to live. You know what it is life? Not for like us. Life for us is to enjoy life. Moshe Rabbeinu life is Torah. To study Torah. This is the life of Moshe Rabbeinu. The life of Moshe Rabbeinu, every single minute, it's Torah. It's Torah. He will not waste his time. Unfortunately, today, people are wasting, they are burning their time with iPhone, telephone, social media, all day, just looking. Wasting, burning time. Moshe Rabbeinu like Rabbi Elchanan Varsaman. Rabbi Elchanan Varsaman alav shalom, when his son, he offered him a pair of shoes. After one day, Rabbi Elchanan Varsaman alav shalom, he changed his new shoes to the old one that he wear. So his son told him, why you do that? He told him, my son, those shoes that you give me, they are very, to put my feet in the shoes, it takes me a few minutes, few seconds. Chaval, it's pity to waste those few seconds on the shoes. I prefer to waste time. I prefer not to waste time and study Torah. That means that how much the value of the Torah, it was in their eyes. So can you imagine Moshe Rabbeinu, how much he valued life? Now he has an option. He can live, but not fight Midian. But Moshe Rabbeinu alav shalom, he was very, 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 very conscious. He said, those Midianim, or what it is to the Jews, who knows what they can do again? I prefer to fight them if I have to die, to die. And Am Israel, they didn't want to fight the Midianim. Rashi said, Am Israel, they've been forced, Moshe Rabbeinu forced them. They told you, but we want you to live. If we fight the Midianim, you will die. So he said, no, we have to fight them. The Bnei Israel didn't want to fight. And Moshe Rabbeinu had to force them to go to fight Midian. So you see how much Bnei Israel they loved Moshe Rabbeinu alav shalom. And Moshe Rabbeinu, he knows that they loved him a lot. So Moshe Rabbeinu alav shalom, the testament that he wanted to give them now, before they enter Eretz Israel, so they can enter happy. They will not enter Eretz Israel with sadness. So he started to tell them, look, the nest that Hashem did with you, those two big kings, Sihon and Og, look how we beat them. Why we beat them? With the zechut of Eretz Israel, with the zechut of the Torah. Only through the spoyot we beat them. Now that Hakadosh give you, he showed you what he can do to those two what he did to those two big kings who protected the Knaanim, so the Knaanim are easy to beat. You can go. Take the advantage and go. Look at Moshe Rabenu. On one hand, he loved life, to study Torah. On the other hand, how much he loved Am Yisrael, Ahavat Am Yisrael. And Rabotai, those parashiot, we read them just now before Tisha B'Av. Why? So that we have to learn from those parashiot how much the reason why Beit HaMikdash was destroyed. The Beit HaMikdash was destroyed because there was no Ahavat Hinam. There was Sinat Hinam. There was problem, hate between people. They didn't love each other. And the Torah Kedusha, Israel Arivin Zebeze. The Torah Kedusha, it's not possible to accomplish the whole Torah. It's impossible. The only way that we can accomplish the whole Torah, it's if we are together. What I can do, you can do. What he cannot do, he do. So, all Am Israel Arivin Zebeze. When Israel Arivin Zebeze, we are all be'ahdut, we are all united. So, Be'ezat Hashem, we can see Mashiach coming back. I would like just to tell you how much the Emunah on HaKadosh Baruch Hu, we have to have Emunah on HaKadosh Baruch Hu, especially those days that after 2,000 years that we are in exile, now we don't feel what we felt before. Today, it's finished. I remember 60 years ago in Morocco, even 65 years ago, we felt the Tisha B'Av. We felt it. I mean, I remember the week of Tisha B'Av, people were sad. We used to see people very sad. It's like they lost somebody. And in each house, you can hear women crying and screaming. And Tisha B'Av, no one was in the street. I remember the week of Tisha B'Av. It's terrible. Of course, no meat, no music, nothing. You can say it. And today, we don't feel what we felt before. There must be a reason. You know why? Because before, we did not have the Gashmiut. We did not have the materialities today. The material took our mind. At that time, there was nothing. No cars, no fridge. In my house, I remember, we did not know what it is, a fridge, gas. We had nothing. No salon, nothing, no light, only, we had only to light with candles. There was no Gashmiut. Food was fresh food, that's it. You buy potatoes, some vegetables. Not everyone could afford meat. So people, their mind was more or less on Pesach, Sukkot, Rosh Hashanah, Purim, Hanukkah, Shabbat. We're waiting. And of course, Tisha B'Av for us was something very, very special. When there is no Gashmiut, when there is no material, so you have only spiritual in your hand. But when you have a lot of material, so you feel less the spiritual. So we feel less Pesach. So we feel less Rosh Hashanah. We feel less Purim. We feel less everything. Even Tisha B'Av, we don't feel it. Already people think about the holidays, vacation. No, this is before Mashiach will come. This is what's going to happen. It's going to happen that there will be a lot of material and a lot of spiritual. Today, Baruch Hashem, never a generation would spoil like our generation that we have a lot of yeshivot, kolilim, Torah. Imagine Daf Yomi here in America, 200,000 people in a big stadium. Where you see this? When? Never in life we saw that. Never in life we saw that. And today, Baruch Hashem, you have this and you have this. So, Be'ezat Hashem, because we knew that before Mashiach will come, there will be a lot of material. So there is another to be equal. there is a lot of spiritual as well. So we have to choose. Now, in our generation, we leave what to choose, left or right. So Be'ez Hashem, let's choose the right thing. And that's what Moshe Rabenu alav Shalom wanted to remind the Bnei Israel. Look what Hashem did to Og and Sihon, so you can have Eretz Israel. Not that you will have Eretz Israel, please remain in Eretz Israel. Don't do bad things, so it will be Yeremiah Navi will say, Echa Yashva Badad. So you see in this Parsha and Parsha of next week, there is the word Echa. How, like Yeremiah said, how the Beit HaMikdash was destroyed. Echa Yashva Badad. How Eretz Israel was destroyed and now it's alone. And the Moshe Rabenu, he gave an allusion about Echa, how. So Moshe Rabenu, he reminded us so that we will not have the Churban Beit HaMikdash, so there be no Echa. Well, and Echa is like Ayeka. Ayeka, where are you? No, where are you? So בעזרת השם יהיה רצון שהקדוש ברוך הוא ייתן לנו בעזרת השם ברכה והצלחה, בריאות כנרצון, תוסף הקדוש ברוך הוא, ונזכה לראות משיח צדקנו במהרה בימינו אמן כנרצון. ועד עולם